Hello everybody, my name is Tanya and welcome to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to show you how I take a realistic reference photo and turn it into a whimsical, simplified painting. And as you can see, I'm doing a hummingbird, which is part of my Bird of the Month series, which is for July. So this is the supplies I am using. I'm using my 24 color watercolor set by Woomer, and those are the colors on the screen that I am using today. If you do not have the set, just use something that is similar that you do have. I'm using those 4 watercolor brushes, a 3/4, 2 rounds, a calligraphy brush, a fine tip black pen, and a white gel pen marker. I'm using 5x7 hot pressed watercolor paper and a block by Layton. So there is the reference photo that I am using for this watercolor painting. As you can tell, it does kind of look realistic. It is AI photo, as you can obviously tell in a way if you know hummingbirds. But I just liked the photo. I thought it would be good for me to try out for my July hummingbird bird of the month. And we'll go ahead and use this. So I start out with a sketch. And as you can see, what I do is I usually take, when I do these bird of the months, I usually kind of change the shape of the photo if it is something that is a little bit harder to do realistically. We are trying to stay away from realistic, right? So it's kind of a bean shape. And I just sketch in the basic shape, kind of use a bean shape for the head and the body. And I'm putting in the 2 wings, and as you can see, the eye and the beak. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start wet on wet. So usually I just drop my colors in with these paintings. I'm going for a whimsical look. I'm trying not to add too much detail. I am adding a little bit more detail to this one than I have with the previous ones, I think. But it's hard for me to stop myself with details. So I start with phthalo blue. So as you can see, it was wet on wet. I wet my hummingbird really well. The body, I didn't wet over the eye, and I took phthalo blue and I just dropped it in there. And now I'm using some lotus. I'm dropping in some of the lotus, and that is the emerald green. So with these paintings, I just drop in color and I kind of let the watercolor mingle and do its thing. I'm trying not to do too much blending. Then here I am coming in with lemon yellow. I am using a number 6 round brush. I also use a calligraphy brush that's fine point, and my 3/4 inch brush to do some of the background. So I picked up some of the paint with my paintbrush where I wanted it, where it was pulling, I wanted it to be a little lighter, and then I'm coming in with the lotus and adding some strokes for the tail. When I try to simplify a reference photo, I just kind of look more at shapes. I'm not trying to make it too realistic, especially the birds. I like that whimsical look for birds, so I'm just kind of doing basic shapes and just letting it kind of go with the flow kind of thing. So for the wings, I'm wetting the wings, and I'm just going to be using, as you can see though, before I tell you, the green is spreading out, and I kind of want that. I want that spreading soft look. And here I'm coming in with some black, and I'm doing wet on wet. Now I have this calligraphy brush, got a great point. I just put some black on it, and use that pointy brush to create the beak. And instead of a finger, I wanted to do a twig. So just kind of squigglied in a branch. Now, when you do something from a reference photo that looks realistic to whimsical, it doesn't matter if it doesn't look exactly like the reference photo. You can add your own things in there, and it can be squiggly. It doesn't have to be straight, perfectly horizontal or vertical. That's what makes things whimsical. So just have fun with it. So I wanted to add a background. So here I'm using my 3/4 inch brush, and I'm just wetting around the bird. I'm not doing it perfectly, just adding some water, because I am using the wet on wet method for the background. Now my bird is not exactly 100% dry, so if it does kind of spread out a little bit, I'm okay with that. Here I'm using ochre. And the ochre mixed in with a little bit with the phthalo blue and created that pretty green. And I had to add a little bit of sprinkles, a little bit of splatter to make it look even more whimsical, a nice pretty background. So I just took some of that black, mixed it in with the yellow ochre, and it created that color. Now I'm just kind of doing a little bit of round swirls there with my brush, just to create some texture. Now once that is dry, come in with now you're going to do the wet on dry technique, which adds more crisp details to your painting. You want to make sure the background's dry, so I wanted to emphasize some of those dark colors there. So I'm using my calligraphy brush and adding some of the black. Adding some black for the eye, and I wanted to keep a little bit of it white there of the paper just for the highlight in the eye, and then added a little bit of darkness to the underside of the beak and the toes. Now I'm adding some more darker value color but the same color to the hummingbird. So that is the same blue that I used in the beginning, phthalo blue, and just added a darker value with my, that's a number 4 round brush to the hummingbird. I'm just kind of using the tip of my brush with some of that darker value paint of the phthalo blue and just kind of pressing it down to create those brush marks, which kind of do, to me, look like feathers. And I'm doing the same thing here to the tail with the violet. And now I'm coming in with some of the lemon yellow, which when mixed with that blue creates kind of like a pretty color green. Since watercolor is translucent, you can see through that lemon yellow to the blue and kind of the green underneath, and it creates that beautiful kind of bright lemony green. And this is the wet on dry technique. So I let that dry. I'm coming in with my white gel pen to add some pen details, which also gives it that whimsical look. Sorry, my hand's in the way, but I'll show a closer up shot of it. So you can see I added dots around the eyes and some detail to the top of the beak there. And then I also outlined the whole hummingbird with white marks, just kind of white little dash marks and dots. I think adding little dots to drawings or watercolor paintings, I should say, or drawings makes things look more whimsical. I wanted to add some white to the tips of the feathers on the tail, so you can see from the reference photo. So I decided to add just a little bit of swirly design there. So now I'm coming in after I'm done with all that little white marks and details. I'm coming in with my fine tipped gel pen, which is in black. It's Pentel. I'll have a link to this gel pen, and I really love this gel pen. The only thing I don't like about it, it does smear when it gets wet. So you just have to be careful if you use it with like watercolors or something that your paper is fully dry. And I'm adding some circle shapes. As you can see, I kind of added some with that brush, my calligraphy brush in the beginning, and I want to emphasize that. So I'm just adding some of these kind of swirly circle marks with some dots. And this pen is really great for fine details like this, which gives it a nice whimsical look. I'm just adding some little fine lines around certain areas of the hummingbird. I just like to do that with my paintings. Some of them, I think it just gives a little bit of movement, and it just emphasizes kind of a whimsical look that I just enjoyed doing. So I think that is about it. That's the only thing I do with this. I hope you guys like this hummingbird and give it a try. I did speed it up. It is a little bit fast, so you can slow it down if you want in the settings. But I just want to thank everybody for spending your time on this video and watching it. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate that so much. And there it is all finished. So I will be doing a August bird of the month pretty shortly. Sorry I was late with this one. I haven't been in my regular studio. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.